That's the start of the stream there.
Why, hello.
Yes, hello.
Are we actually are we actually going? Is this actually working? Incredible.
Oh,
What technology?
mm, uh, all right, we're 20 seconds in. So, it is oh, dang. Whoops, I forgot I need to change the title cuz it's like I need to explain things. It's like, no. I don't need to explain anything.
Call it a stream of madness. That usually gets people's attention.
A stream of madness.
That's what it usually when it usually works. That's how it usually works. Hold on, I'm gonna see if my computer can both see.
Mhm.
Oh, I can double hear myself. That's weird.
This is why music is the thing.
Wait, I'll try just turning it on. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, this is weird. I just heard myself talk.
Welcome to the streaming world. Oh dear. What the hell? Oh jeez, my that is oh dear. Wish I could watch the stream here. I came here to say
Wait,
hi. Good luck.
two people is already here.
One,
That's
well, three probably. Yeah, but
well, one of them is me, but
yeah. I might need to shut something down because my or I might I can't my
well, hello everybody. My name is Trooper, and I'm here with Wolves Rules 1, 2, 3, 4. Have to remember the numbers; they're important. I'm
great.
here today to fuck with your YouTuber just cause I can. Yeet.
This is my stream. Thank you for uh, thank you for
The intro.
introducing. Yeah, thank you for the intro. It's I'm
Can you get like the stream up on my screen? Can you share it?
I can prob
YouTube at the same time.
I can probably, but I'm trying to get rid of some things before I
So, guys, just for you guys who's watching the stream right now, we're having some difficulties, so please bear with us.
yeah,
And
trying to end
the
I'm trying to end stuff.
and if you are curious as to what the stream is going to be about, this is a Q&A stream. So it's questions and answers, and I will be the one, as best to my abilities, to read out whatever questions you have. So if you have a question in chat, you need to put exclamation mark slash trooper and then the question, and I'll read it
I
as best I can.
or just say who you wanna who
Like
you
who's the question for? Like
yeah
put exclamation mark and then the name of which one of us you're asking.
okay yeah um
That
my stream is taking and quite a huge like leap. I'm looking at Task Manager and it went up to like 90, which is not good. So I had to get rid of my thingy, but I'm having a bit of a issue here. But I think if I just have Discord and Streamlabs open, I should be completely fine. I'll just have the questions here. But anyway, someone has my memes. Oof. Anyways, so trying to so I can clearly see chat here. Actually, here's something interesting. I'm glad that my I'm hoping that I think it's
you
go
you you have to remember to call it a Q&A madness stream, whatever. Something with the name Q&A in it, just so that they can see that it is a Q&A and they don't log on expecting us to do a let's play.
yeah. I'll change that on my phone while I'm doing stuff. I wish my iPad actually worked.
Stream of madness with Trooper.
Yep, that's our That's it. Ow, my leg.
Nailed it.
My
Nailed it.
I want to say right now to the viewers, my legs hurt because I was walking all day during a. Oh God, no!
What? Did it freeze or did you hurt yourself?
No! I could hear my voice. I hate that. I hate that. Anyways.
Relax. You need to namaste. Namaste.
Okay. So
You're the streamer here. This is my first stream, and it feels like I'm more at ease at this than you are.
I'm it's just that usually I don't hold on. So uh hold on. Actually, can they see me typing?
I don't think they can see much, but there is definitely a view.
Oh, yeah,
Like
they can see me.
I, I, I have YouTube on right now, so I can actually see you, Killer Gamer 272. I can see you. I am reading your shit.
Yeah.
Keep my eyes on you. So, but welcome to the stream, my friend. Nice to have you.
Yep. That
Yeah. You're also the first one to be here next to the first comment, I think, as far as I can see. There was like one other person, Origin Weird, who made a stream, who made a comment and then disappeared.
Yep, that's weird.
So, yeah, weird. So from our Discord, is it our weird?
Yep, are weird.
Aw, that's cute.
Yep, she subscribed. There's a whole lot of other people. Anyway, so um yeah, I will need to edit while I am.
I'll entertain Killer Gamer here for a second, or anyone who's joining. So the whole idea of this stream, I went over to Wolf and I was like, "Wait, you do YouTube?" She was like, "Yes." I was like, "Wait, can I be part of that? Can I have fun with that?" She was like, sure." It's like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "Why don't do a stream? Sounds like a great idea." And now we're in this chaos where her computer is not working correctly and where crazy madness is happening so
Yep.
far.
Yep. Yep.
And besides that, it's just questions. I mean, gamer, Killer Gamer, if you have any questions, now's the time before somebody else starts joining.
Yep. And if for anyone who is watching the stream after it's been done, because I know this was early in my time, but it's pretty late over where he is because he's from Denmark.
Yeah, I'm gonna give some more detail on this. I live 7 hours outside of American time zones, depending on if you're on the west coast or coast. I'm in Scandinavia right now, so if you want to see the direct time difference, you can go in on the International Watch and go to Copenhagen, and then you will see the time difference.
Mhm.
Although we're very close to Berlin, so there's maybe a few minutes between Berlin and Copenhagen, so there's not much, but we're pretty much in the same time zone.
Mhm.
So that's the problem. While it's 8 o'clock a.m. over in America, it's
8 o'clock.
like
8 o'clock a.m. That's do you English, bro? But actually,
shut up,
but actually,
British
actually, it's
damn it, rats.
yeah. East
You know,
Coast. East Coast right now. It's nine. It's about 9:30. 8:30 would be tax time zone, which is Central Time. So
shut up.
okay,
You
sorry.
fucking Imperials that use the Imperial system, you fucking weirdos. You don't get to tell me how to say the clock.
Nani. I need that. Fuck.
Don't question it, gamer.
Yep.
You were warned when you look at the stream title and it said yes. You were warned.
You have been warned. This is everything. Let's see if I can quickly change the title because I need to do a Q&A and I can't do I
It's just going to be so weird to hear my own voice once we're done recording this. Like, what's the plan for how long we're going to do this? 2 hours? An hour?
usually I do 2 hour streams.
I have plenty of time for that because it'll be 5 p.m. about like dinner time for me by the time the stream is done, so it should fit fine.
Cool.
So, and most of the most of the viewers probably gonna stream to how how early we're starting.
Yeah. Oh shoot, my stream is low quality for some reason. My video output is low.
What?
I
Man,
won.
your
I wonder.
computer your computer needs a red pill.
I think it needs a. I think it needs Viagra or something.
The
Oh,
fucking Viagra.
oh shit. Alexa, stop. That's my wake up alarm.
Yeah, I know. I know most people use that. I don't have that
Yeah.
because I don't need it. I have like a watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, for anybody else who's watching this, the whole idea is basically I just ask, and this madness is the result. What exactly the plan is besides just Q&A is unknown. So if you have any idea of what we should be doing in it, either in the future or if you want to see more of this, comment down below or put it in the stream if you are in the stream during the time of this recording. Oh, and hey, remember to hit the bell and subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time once we're done with this.
No, no. Let me do this. You taking over is getting a little hectic here.
A little too much.
I think they would. I think I need to do my normal intro, and this will actually give you a bit of a um like a bit of a
Why?
taste of what my videos are like.
Why didn't you do your original intro
I
before I
because
started
you
it?
did because you did it. You know what? Anyway, this every all of my viewers will know what my intro is. It's so you know I get a little bit of a build up and then it's like, hey guys, my name is Wolf and welcome to another stream. Today I am going. This is usually when I don't actually make mistakes. I am joined with Trooper and we're doing a Q&A insanity kind of thing. So if you have any questions for me or Trooper, put them in the either in the comments or in the stream chat if you're watching this during the stream. But if you are not watching this when it's not live, which means uh like wait, uh-oh. No. I'm more of asking if you're okay cuz I can't hear you. Yeah, I'm probably going insane. Chopper, this is on you. I didn't freeze. I should be asking you. Hold on. Yeah, I'm fine on my end. Oh, that's just our normal self.
Is this helping?
There you
Can you hear?
go. There you are.
Like you cut out.
I didn't hear you. You're,
No, yeah, but I was on. Like my audio and internet is fine. I don't know what happened. Maybe something happened in the recording. I don't fucking know. Anyways, I'm back, baby.
yeah.
All right, do your intro one more time. Let's try this one more time, guys. Take two.
Take from top. Okay. Hey guys, my name is Wolf, and welcome to another stream. I know this is late, but I was supposed to stream on Friday, but you know, I was out of town, basically. But anyways, I am joined with Trooper, and we are doing a Q&A insanity kind of thing. So if you have any questions, please ask them in the chat, or you can even ask them in the comments. And one of us, if you are asking me or Trooper, we will respond to your comment. Um, also, if you would like to ask a question, make sure you say who you're asking the question to, or if you want to ask both of us a question, just give the question. But if you want to ask one of us a question, then just say who it's for and then ask the question. So, yeah.
A little extra note on that is that if you ask a question, it's probably pretty good. Like if you want one of us to read it specifically, or if you want one of us to like start the question, then it's probably easier if you use one of our names, because if you just type out the question, we won't be sure who should start reading it.
Hmm.
Because I'm keeping an eye on chat right now.
Yeah. Just just make sure you you say who you want to ask the question to. If you want to ask both of us, you can say both or just ask the question out there. But I wanted to have get to know me questions that will start out because not many people will ask questions.
How many of your subscribers actually know you outside of what they see you in the videos? Like, we see you in the Discords, and I know that side of you, but a lot of us don't really see the quote unquote real version of you per se.
Actually, the Discord is my real version.
Okay, that's cool then. Then I think I know you better than your subscribers.
Yeah, my subscribers. Actually, it's kind of a mix of both. I would sometimes put like which one of
uh,
you took my memes?
I think that would be weird. She might have ran off of them with them earlier.
Someone has my memes. Yep.
Lies.
But yeah.
That's good with you. It might have been me. I mean, depending what type of memes are we talking about? We're talking gaming memes, movie memes, life memes.
Lies. So
Like what we're talking about here. We need some more clarification here. And all you guys in the future, in the comments, I'm gonna be reading them, guaranteed.
I will not care. Oh boy. Uh, actually, actually, you know what? The real me is mostly through. I kind of have the real me in both situations, so videos and on
Of
Discord. Though, D- though Discord has a bit more. I go in more depth in Discord rather than in my videos or my streams, but both of those are kind of my normal sort of me. It's just you. It's funny because I had someone tell me that listening to me do the whole "Hey guys, my name is Wolf." It's just like they're like I only hear you in sort of like a more calm voice, and it's just like I know it almost seems fake, but it's usually just me being me.
well,
I just kind of hype it up a little bit.
that's important because like having personality in your content is very important. Also, gamer, yeah, I get it. You want the memes, but I don't have any. God damn it!
I don't
I
have.
can't post any of this goddamn stream because I'm not the one streaming the damn thing.
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm the one who's hosting the stream. Um,
So you gotta
yeah,
ask Wolf if you want any memes on the stream, and I doubt we would be able to put any on the unless you made it the thumbnail.
probably. Oh shoot, my phone is already at 50% because fuck my phone. Hold on. I'm gonna get my battery.
So,
I
but
just need the battery
we're
and charge it with
we're
something
2 to 5 minutes into the stream, and your phone is already making a problem. Totally professional.
All right. He's back. I'm just gonna have once my phone gets to 15%, I'm gonna switch it to the battery because this my phone is a piece of crap.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question then that I think some subscribers might want to ask. How long do you spend like editing a video
Oh dear.
approximately?
Oh.
What's the standard procedure of time scale
Oh.
on
Guess it depends on what type of video it is. Usually I spend at least maybe I think with an unedited video probably about so I'll give you an example. So if you don't know, there's a episode, I believe it's episode 4, where it's raw and unedited. That took me probably about an hour just to edit it down, to get rid of like the copyrighted music and all that. But but render and export that takes probably about 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours at least. But for a normal video, it could take prob let's see, probably about maybe half a day. So um, probably
I
maybe
mean,
6 hours.
I think you need to clarify on this. Not all YouTubers has this insane load speed and the same kind of issues. Again, it also depends on, at least from my perspective as a viewer, it also depends on what the context is, as you said. So this is to all you guys who's not like flipping out. It's like, oh, it takes forever to make something. It doesn't take forever to make something for all YouTubers. Just that some don't necessarily have the same level of equipment nor internet connection to make like a 3 hour video, then edit it in like 4 hours, and then just upload it in 1 hour, and then it's go, like
Yeah.
some other people can. So there's a big difference. So please keep that in mind when
Yeah.
you think about this question.
Yeah. Plus, there's other people. There's editors, so most big projects are they have multiple people editing it. While it's just me, it doesn't take very long, but it kind of all depends on like your skill level. If you're new to editing, it's going to take a bit more time to have more advanced edits, but something like someone like me who has background experience with one filming and editing through school. I know some techniques and I know some like I, I know a
Yeah,
lot of things, and even I was self-taught and some tutorials here and there on like how to edit stuff. Like the glitches, I always had to look up a tutorial on how to do it. So um,
that's usually how most people start.
yeah.
So, but
So
I think we should move on from this question because it looks like that.
yeah.
I think we pretty much answered that one. So
Okay.
next question. I th- I don't see any questions in chat, so I'm gonna make another one of my own.
Oh, I actually have like get
A
to
list.
yeah, I have like a get to know you kind of like
Okay,
questions.
let's do that. Let's do that then. Let's follow
Okay.
the list.
Okay. Let's see if I can find a really good one. Um,
Really juicy one to start off the stream.
hmm,
Okay. Though we've been on for like 10 minutes at this point.
20 minutes actually.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it's no longer than that. Uh,
I don't know. Just read the goddamn question.
okay. List two pet peeves. I know this is a boring question, but you know,
What? Pet what?
pet
I'm
peeves. What is your top two pet peeves?
pet peeves. What is the peeve?
That's pet peeve is more of like something of an annoyance. Like I can give a better definition. Actually, Google can give you a better definition. So uh,
Peeves. Peeves. How do you spell that? P-I-V
PEEVVE.
P-E-V-Es. Yeah, it's there. What's that?
Cats and potato. Something that a particular person finds especially annoying. So something that
Okay, that makes more sense. That
yeah
makes more sense.
yeah that's a pet peeve.
Cats and potatoes. Killer Gamer, what are you doing? The quick question from my side of this stream: what the hell are you doing with that cat and those potatoes? Those two things do not connect very well.
Yeah. So I'll start with you. What are your top two pet peeves?
What's the two most annoying things in my life?
Yeah.
That would probably be. Hmm. That's a pretty good question because I normally don't ask myself that. What irritates me the most?
Hmm.
It's entitled people that I meet a lot in mostly like open public spaces. Is like make out of my way because I'm important because I take pictures at Instagram. Eh. Stuff like that.
Someone.
The some of the most annoying things in existence for me. Um, and the second thing would probably be I was about to say bad internet connection, but I'm used to that, so it's not that.
Hmm.
It would probably be when people try to like force their ideals on me. It's like that happens a lot in a lot of discords and online. Like a lot of people try to convince me that I'm an idiot just because I don't.
Oh, I hate that.
That is so annoying. Like it's not. It's okay for you to express what your ideal is, but and what your beliefs are, but don't try to force it on somebody because that's just that like the Nazis tried that and that didn't really work.
Hmm.
It's like it's not gonna work in this century. It's not gonna work in the next. Why the fuck are you even trying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I had once on World of Warships. Played the game. I still have it. Still play it. And this motherfucker, this priest guy in the game actually started like telling me that I needed to pray more often to Jesus because I was impure for some reason, just because I'd had like sex outside having a girlfriend or having a wife because I'm only 19, so it's pretty much it.
Wait,
It's
you're
like stuff like that. And to you guys complaining you need to be 21 or something stupid in other countries to be sexually adult. No, not in Scandinavia. That's not how we do that. You're 18, then you're a full grown adult. So
yeah.
that's a little fact for you. But yeah, those are the two most annoying things.
I think
When
I've
people feel entitled and above me, and when people try to force their shit on me
yeah.
with no reason behind it. Those are the two most annoying things in my life.
Yeah, I have that. I have a similar pet peeve. Like, I don't like when people force their religion on me or just force their beliefs on me. I've had it in the past, and actually, one guy actually got expelled for doing that because he ended up threatening the school. Oh yeah.
Gee, that's a story that we gotta hear. What's
Okay.
the story behind that one?
Okay. So this was freshman year of high school. So this was like 3 years ago or something. 3 4 years 4 years, whatever. But there was this kid who I had basically grown up with since like elementary school when I first moved to the new school system, and he was a hardcore Christian, and he talked about all of these things like he's going to go to Texas and live out his life with believing in God and all that. But what happened was is that this was back in biology. This was biology class, so you know, a Christian and a biology person in biology is like, eh.
Putting oil on water.
Yeah, and it gets worse because we
And
were
then
talking about Darwinism, like Darwin's theory of evolution, and oh
yeah,
my,
with the bird.
oh yeah. So we were talking about that, and usually he would actually leave the room and go somewhere else, while we learn about Darwinism because he has his beliefs and he can't be in the same room for some reason. I don't know, but particularly this day, he stayed in the classroom and he was ending up standing in like very specifically he was standing in the lab like on the edge of the lab and all that, and we started talking about this, and he ended up starting up a conversation with the teacher about it, and it ended up turning into like an argument between the two, and it's like, oh my god, please, we get it, you believe that God created the created the earth and created all the animals that we see today. We get it, you don't have to force it on us.
Uh,
But
in this, I gave you a meme that pretty much represents what he was doing.
anyways, so it didn't the list of reasons why you shouldn't be vegan. Oh god. But anyways, so it ended up with the teacher finally telling him to go down to the office because he got pretty angry. And usually he doesn't get angry. He raises his voice, but he doesn't get angry often. But after he left the room because he stormed out, and apparently hearing that he threatened the school for some reason. I don't know what happened, but he got expelled because he never came back after uh he never came back during sophomore year. I think he might have left during freshman year. I don't know. I don't remember. I thought he moved away, but apparently he's still around, and he actually went to a an alternative school which we call Renaissance. And oh my god. But but it, but that but it gets funny because I have a friend um who was held back one year, so she was in the same class, but she made the comment, she's like, what he needs is a hug me jacket in a padded room. I agreed so well. I agreed. And I was like, oh yes, but
I'm
this.
gonna say something real quick. This is a no offense to all you hardcore out there. Totally okay to believe in this. We're just saying don't try to argue with the guy who spent 10 years studying this shit.
Yeah.
Because you will not. you will not win that debate in any case or scenario
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
That just like I have nothing more to say. That's pretty much the statement.
After that, I wouldn't say I despise Christians because my aunt is actually Christian, and I'm not allowed to say oh my God or Jesus Christ, or I can't say the Lord in vain around her. I can't even swear either because it's apparently a sin. So I have to be very
Yeah,
careful what I say around her. But I didn't like people who are Christians because I was kind of wary about whether or not they were going to force their religion on me or
trying
not.
to convert you. They're trying to convert you, yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think we should press this any further because this is kind of getting into dangerous territory when it comes to talking about religion because we're gonna get like a small wave of haters getting you bad rap about your channel just because you mentioned
I,
I don't
I
something Christian. Like that's it. You only have to mention it, and then people start flipping out.
yeah.
So let's move on to the next story in question.
I want to say just to kind of quickly wrap this up. I don't I don't like it's not that I don't like Christians. You can believe whatever you want to believe in. I don't care if you believe in the theory of evolution or God created the earth. I don't care. Just don't force it on me, please. But I like when people mention they're Christian, I'll be like, "Okay, just don't be careful what you say around me because you can instantly trigger something." Anyways, uh now that we can bleh. Okay, now we can move on. Do you have a question?
Um, hmm, hmm. I don't really know right now, so let's go on with your list. You said you had a list with questions.
Oh yeah, I have like 100 questions, so
Let's
um,
take it from the top.
well, yeah. I'm just kind of skipping around and see what questions, but I have a good one. 95 on this list. How many languages do you speak?
I speak two, and I'm currently learning my third one.
What's the third one you're learning?
I'm learning Japanese
Ooh, it
so that
sounds.
I can watch all my animes without text.
Oh, like the subtitles.
Yup.
Eh.
So that
Hmm.
because I'm a weeaboo nerd and I love it.
Are you self teaching yourself or are you taking like a course in school?
I'm self-teaching myself through YouTube and different like apps and shit, as well as my godmother actually being like she's been to Japan,
Hmm.
so she's able to do a few words.
Nice. All right.
She's kind of helping me with the pronunciations. So, but I'm trying, and I think my fourth language would probably be German because, well, I live right up next to Germany.
Yeah. Uh.
Hold on, I got something in the background. Hold on,
Okay.
just just keep doing your thing. I'll be back in a second.
All right. I'm gonna ask him like I'm gonna have him tell you guys what other two languages. One of them is definitely English, but the two I have a couple languages besides English. So I'm not good at English, even though I'm like a pure born American, even though I'm Dutch on one side of my family, but that's besides the point. But English is my first language, and then I had learned a bit of Spanish through, well, of course, I mean, everyone has learned of Spanish through Dora a little bit, but I ended up taking 2 years of Spanish, which I failed what one half of my course because I didn't know what the hell anyone was talking about. I'd forgotten everything, but for some reason I had gotten like a B minus in Spanish 2B, and I ended up passing. So good on me. So I know a little bit of Spanish, but after the couple years, I haven't been using it. So I only know a few words, and I actually know American Sign Language. I know a little bit of American Sign Language.
Well, I wouldn't try to do side language, but and also to what you stated before, my first language is Danish. My second language is English, and now I'm trying to learn Japanese.
Yeah. I'm self-teaching myself sign language, and it's actually an actual language. So it's yeah, but
All right,
it's
let's
a
move on to let's move on from the language question because we kind of already answered that one.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just keep on trucking because I don't want the stream to like hold at a single question for an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah. And to those who are just coming in, you can ask us a question. We don't have to go through all of these questions, but if you have a question that you want to ask one of us, go right ahead. We'll we'll get to the question after once we answer one question. Oh, are you a clean or messy person?
Me?
Yeah.
Hmm, messy. I
Mm.
don't mess a lot, but I do like to have a little bit of mess in my room because it feels like an actual person is living in the room and not a fucking mannequin.
Yeah. I am a messy person too. You'll be surprised how
Oh, I
c-
saw your room. I saw your room in the voice in the video. Oh, I know.
oh yeah. Usually usually my floor is pretty messy and I actually it's kind of messy, but my mom is such a stickler about clean stuff, so I might have to clean it soon, but I've gotten to a point where my room looked like a pigsty, and you wouldn't expect that from a girl, but I ain't your normal girl. I am a tomboy, and I think I act more I act more like a boy than a girl. Just saying, but
Well, you definitely have the ability to say "fuck it" like the rest of us.
yeah, it's like I don't care. I don't want to be like every other girl. I am not your typical girl. I grew up with having friends, having boys as friends. Shut up. I grew up
You
with a lot of guys.
you are original.
I am original. Yeah.
I don't know. Next question.
Um. Hmm. Yeah.
I love the fact that it involved into you yelling "shut up" at the people watching.
It's every I can hear everyone just silently judging in their brains for me. Um. Oh. Let's see. Oh, what is your favorite zoo animal? So this would actually tie into like your favorite animal as well. So,
It's definitely an eagle because I like to fly.
mm,
Either that or a hawk. I've seen most hawks because we don't have eagles in Denmark, but we do have like hunting hawks
ah,
to hunt with. We have a lot of those. We also have them in zoos and in the wild. They usually only hunt rabbits and mice, like mouse and stuff. Sometimes they even hunt the cats that walks around the neighborhood
oh,
if you live in the countryside because they're small enough.
dang.
So, but that's only like the kitties if they get out of the nest and get outside accidentally. We've had a few of them, but they don't attack humans because we're too huge, we're too big, we're too we're too fat for them to carry around.
Too
So,
intimidating.
well, I would be fine intimidating as I'm like 4 times their size. On top of that, I'm very loud. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to say my favorite animal because if you can't tell from my username and what I talk about, and
if,
then
if it wasn't obvious already, it's something that has long, big ears, a snout, cute eyes, and fur, and 4 legs.
4 legs, and also is very fluffy. Yeah, so I can skip over that question because we are everyone knows. Um,
I kind of feel like the people will be watching this in the future is like, did she just make a normal person question list? It's like you just took this off. That's what they'll feel like. That's what I imagine in my head. They're just gonna be like, aren't there just normal questions? Where's all the juicy questions? Here's my answer to that. Here's my answer to that. Well, if you wanted the juicy questions, why weren't you here for the stream?
yeah, damn it, you gotta be here if you want to be able to ask and get the juicier questions.
Either that or I will be answering them in the comments with my own YouTube account. I don't do videos or streams. I have no content on my channel. I'm just a normal motherfucking dude. So you gotta bear with me.
Mhm. Yeah.
But if I see something completely nuts or funny, then I'll probably ask Wolf if she'll be willing to pin it. We'll see if you guys are lucky,
Yeah. You.
depending on how creative you get.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
I'm looking through. I found a really good question in here somewhere. Where did I?
Just go for the goddamn top so we can get through the boring ones so we can get the good ones.
Okay, fine. Go back to number one then. Who is your hero? I don't think I have to answer this one because I've talked about it many times.
Hero in what context?
I think just like who inspires you or who you look up to. Like it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive or they're someone in your life. Just
I think I have a few per se. I think I have like a few. The Rock definitely comes to mind because he's an awesome motherfucker.
mhm.
Because he just has this awesome mentality that I would like to have. Don't, but I would love to have that mentality that he has.
Mm,
And I know people are like, "Oh, you just like it because he has a big body." No, that's not the point. It's the fact that he has the kind of warrior mentality I would like to kind of have on my own. Even
mm,
though I have confidence, there's a difference between having confidence and drive. The Rock's drive is basically, when you compare that to mine, it's basically like a rock compared to a mountain.
mm.
That pun was intentional.
Yes.
So, and I think my second hero is Sun Tzu, just because of his intellectual. Because I am a nerd, I like to go very into detail about analyzing a lot of stuff, and I myself think that I'm really good at finding hidden meanings behind art and people's actions and stuff.
Mhm.
And I don't like rash, impulsive actions. I like to like properly have a plan out, or at least have some sort of idea what I'm doing. I can't just walk into the city, get in a bar, and just start drinking without having a plan, or without knowing how much money I got. I really can't do that. I'm not that spontaneous. And in that, I think that reflects a lot in Sun Tzu, because he too was a calm minded individual who knew how to analyze his surroundings.
Mhm.
I kind of relate to that.
All right.
So, besides that, I don't really have any life heroes besides, of course, my family, but that's something everybody has.
How about give you your third one because we'll do like top three heroes.
I think my third one would probably be. That's a tough one because I don't really know
Mm.
the answer to that one. I think my third would probably be something. And also, Zanzu is not Japanese. He is Chinese killer. He's not Japanese.
It's close. It's close.
It's somewhat in the same region, but no.
Mm.
But I get what you mean. Anyways, for the question, I don't know. I can't answer it. I don't know.
I've talked about my heroes, so of course, like Jack and Mark. They have inspired me, for like ever since like I had started watching them, and I kept doing YouTube because of them. Jack being my first hero, but I don't think I have to go into detail about Mark and Jack because I believe I have talked about them. I inspired to be like them, or even better than them. Have a positive mindset and be kind to others and help those who are in similar situations or worse, like such as my situation where my life isn't the best, but I wouldn't say it is the worst either. But I want to be able to help people and give back to the community and give back to those who have helped me. Actually, like pass the kindness along.
You want to be another step on giving people, like, you want to be part of this movement that spreads happiness.
Yeah,
That's the short of it.
yeah. By
So
making dumb videos on the internet.
don't be so angsty about it. I've watched some of your videos. They're not that bad.
um,
Quick note to you guys: Wolfie is super sensitive about her videos, so give her all the praise because she actually really tries.
yeah,
Trust me,
I'm not that sensitive.
liar.
Ugh. Okay, maybe I can. There's some criticism that I might take a bit too personal, but that doesn't mean that I try to do my best, and I think it's self-esteem issues that I have very low self-esteem.
Yeah, let's not get too into that because I know you're gonna get sad if we start talking too much about that
Yeah,
one.
I just have low self-esteem, and I I tend to take a lot of things too personally. So, but
You don't have my fuck it mentality when it comes to people's insults because I really don't give a fuck.
and it's not that there's some criticism if you that I can take if you have positive criticism, like it would have been better if you do this. I'm not going to get upset about it, but it's
Oh,
just if you point out like flaws or
that's
something like that without helping me, I'm gonna,
that,
I'm gonna,
yeah, but helpful criticism is a really big part of a channel. Like, I'm gonna say a real quick note to all the subscribers. Again, I'm gonna come up with. If you guys really want to see change in any sort of context related way, you will have to give Wolf some context, because and some ideas, because we might like she might be doing some videos and trying her things out and shit, but that doesn't necessarily mean she can read your guys' mind. So if you ever have any idea or context to her, you need to stand up at attention and tell her what the hell you want to say, because otherwise nothing will happen.
hmm Um, and I'm also looking for suggestions. By the way, if you're not on the Discord, the community Discord, it is down in the description of the stream. Every stream has it in the description. If you're not on there, get on there, please. Discord is free, there's no, you don't need to pay for anything unless you want to get Nitro, but that's besides the point. But
It's kind
I'm there. Most of the community is there. You'll be able to talk with most of my friends. You can talk with me. Just if you wanna be able to suggest stuff, you can suggest it in the comments, or if you're on the Discord server, you can also suggest there. There is like a special suggestions channel. Um, and also, you can also support me. They're down. You have to scroll down in order for you to figure out how
I
to.
think they get the gist of it.
Yeah, I've said it a lot, but you know, some
Yeah.
people just don't remember. But
Plus, you do get some new subscribers once in a while, and they haven't.
yeah,
So there's that.
yeah, yep. Um, then my third one. Oh damn, I don't think I have a third one. I mean, I would have been more cliche and be like, oh yeah, this other YouTuber is another one that would inspire me. But no, I want to try someone a bit more like a bit more.
Wolfie asks a question, if asks a question, who like what's your favorite, like what's your three heroes in your life? Nobody can answer it.
Nobody can answer it. um, damn it. Maybe let's see. I'm trying to think. I know there's like plenty of people that I look up to. Probably my grandpa. Um, and I don't have I don't have a really tight relationship, I guess. I I don't have a tight bond with my grandfather because and I'm talking about my grandfather on my dad's side because for most of for most of the time that I was growing up, I didn't even know if he existed, and it was just probably mm, a while. It took a while for my dad to finally go and talk to his dad after something happened. I don't know exactly what it was, but I
Yeah,
and
there's families who has those kind of issues, and
mhm,
I myself found myself in that issue at one point. Not with my grandpa specifically. I love my grandpa. We have a great bond. It's more other parts of the family. I'm not gonna get into any details, but my family has seen a few crises with like where the family is split up in two factions and basically bashed each other over the head of how wrong each side is. Basically, my family's version of World War One. Everybody great and everything thinks, oh, once this is over, everything is gonna be fine. Nope.
mhm, yeah,
Pretty much. But that's not like I know I'm cutting a lot in line in terms of that might be made in terms of like stopping Wolf from continuing a story or something and stopping myself, but that's because I know if we keep this up, we can talk for hours on end about this stuff.
yeah. Plus, I was still I wasn't going to say much. I know that there's a lot about my grandfather, but he's actually taught me some valuable life lessons, and you know he lives comfortably in his retirement, which I've told Trooper just before starting this that I want to be able to live comfortably in my retirement. I don't want to that be in retirement and trying to pay bills or do all that. I want to be able to live comfortably in my life and just be able to live the rest of my life
Yeah,
happily. So
that's most people go for. I'm trying maybe to be a bit more ambitious because once I'm done with current education, I'm going to join the military.
Yeah.
So, and the military is quite different from what it is in the US. So, it's not the same thing what you guys expect. And I have multiple reasons to be joining the army and why I'm doing my college first before the army. It's because here in Denmark we don't have to pay for our college per se. Like we pay it through our taxes, but we don't pay for it through our bank accounts. This allows every single Dane to be paid for school. Like the first elementary school is free for everybody here. Everybody can go through this if you're young enough.
Mhm.
Every kid is by the law bound to go to school. There's no exception unless you're like mentally psychopathic where you want to murder classmates,
Yeah. Yeah.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
But that's pretty much it. If you guys want to understand how it is to live in Denmark, search up what is the definition of a welfare state. I'm gonna say it again, welfare state. Search that up because a lot of Americans get it wrong about just because my country might be small in size doesn't mean that we're small by influence. Quite the opposite, actually. Denmark is one of the biggest political, per se, friends, political players on the global, on the international scene because you can't make a world stage without us being there. You can't really do much without us being there. We might not say much, but we're there. We've been there throughout the most pretty much anything. We've been here way before America even was a thing, and we were a country long before that too.
Yeah.
So a lot of people likes to look at the size of a country and then say they're limited to that little spot. That's not true. And a little other fun fact is that Greenland, the big icy rock that is above Canada, is actually Danish territory. It's
Really?
part of the Danish kingdom. It is not part of Canada. It has never been part of Canada, and it never will unless it declares its own independence. But I doubt that's gonna happen because they we actually give them money through the kingdom, the Three Kingdoms Act. No, the Kingdoms Act, I think. Now, I don't remember the real, but it's some kind of treaty that was signed where we got to be the overruling kind of thing, and they got their own home rule government, so our government didn't have to micromanage everything. And we pay them money, we take care of trade, we also take care of military issues as well as international affairs where the Greenland populace or government is unable or incapable of acting.
Mm.
Say like if I don't know, some terrorists decides to want to blow up a building in Greenland, not that it would help much, but if they decided to, then the Danish military would come to the rescue, and we would probably also ask for help from our allies to make sure the effort would go as smoothly as possible, possibly from America, because they would probably want to interrogate the fuckers.
Mm.
So there's a lot. Plus, the Faroe Islands, right above England, also part of the Danish kingdom. I had a teacher from there once.
Mm.
So don't just because our landmass might not be as massive as the U.S. means that our influence is smaller than the U.S. Because the whole point behind democracy is that everybody gets a fair vote. That's like the whole idea.
Mhm.
So, plus we have had our roots in diplomacy and trade for decades, even centuries before America became a thing. So
Mm.
don't underestimate us too much.
Also, I want to make the comment saying that every other country is better than United States because they don't have Trump. But that's but I don't want to get political there. I think no one likes Trump, and I'd
Stated that
rather be.
America was better or worse than any other country. I simply stated that don't underestimate other countries simply because you don't know much about them. Because every single country in Europe basically has a few hundred years, thousand, maybe 1,000 years in America.
Mhm.
Might not maybe not being distinctive countries before being distinctive nations before a few hundred years before America, but still you have to take into consideration the past and the many different wars and cultural clashes and changes in societal. Like the sheer amount of madness we've had going on in the history of Europe is just enormous.
Yeah.
In,
Anyways.
in comparison, America basically is like an in terms of timeline. America evolved very fast due to support from other nations as well as being born in an age where science and technology were booming.
Mhm. Anyways.
So that helped a lot. Anyways, moving on
Yeah,
to my
I was about to say, yeah, moving on. Have you thought of a question, or you still want me to keep going?
keep going because I'm out of question because I actually think we're on a pretty good track here. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So number two, if you could live anywhere, where would it be?
My home country, nowhere else. I would not want to live anywhere.
You would want to stay in Denmark.
Yup. Why would I move out when pretty much my healthcare is paid for by the government, my education paid by the government, and I can get a home paid by the government while I'm studying. And once I'm done studying, I can have a job while I'm studying, so I earn extra money and therefore can save up money to buy my own shit. And therefore, I don't have to start off with $150,000 in debt.
Mm. Uh,
So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
if I were to live anywhere, I probably would like to. I probably would like to leave America if it gets bad. But
If it gets worse,
yeah, if it gets worse than Trump's like 4 year, 2 4 year terms. But
for your madness.
yeah, if I were to live anywhere, I probably would live. Um, it would definitely be somewhere like English speaking because I don't know much about other languages, but
Denmark, because most 70% of the populace actually proper English. The rest are either children who hasn't learned it yet, or elderly who's not properly useful. But about 99% of the younger generation, my generation, and my little brothers and sisters and stuff like that, and my parents too, is fully capable of talking English pretty easily.
yeah.
It's the Danes that is incapable of talking English is far in between.
Mm. But in order for me to live there, I would have to learn Danish.
Don't worry, the state will pay for classes,
Okay,
so you
well,
can learn. They do that for those who want citizenship
I'm more
or
wor-
immigrant.
I'm more worried about my memory because I barely knew anything through the 2 years of Spanish I took. I forgot everything. But
Don't worry, you'll be you'll stay in class till you learn at
okay,
a certain level, and then they'll let you just be like, okay, you passed, move along.
cool. I
And
mean,
then you also have to go through a history test, but besides that, you should be fine.
I
Danish
mean,
history is not that complicated.
yeah. I mean, to be honest, I if you know if I live in like I was about to say Danish for some reason. If I were to live in Denmark, I think I would actually keep the Danish language with me because I would probably be using it a bit more than me using Spanish. So,
Uh,
but
that you won't be able to use Danish in other parts of the world because we're literally like
yeah,
places, the only places on the planet that speaks it.
yeah.
There's only 5.5 million of us, so
Mm. But anyways, if I were to live anywhere, probably I would love to live in Ireland. I mean, come on. I mean, if you don't know me, I use a bit of like um Irish um Irish talk, which actually it could be its own language if it wanted to.
Irish slang. But yeah,
Yeah, the slang. I meant slang, not
so
language.
let's move on. Because we can sit here and talk about country till
Yeah,
the end of days.
yeah. What is your biggest fear?
Ooh, that's a deep one. That's a good one.
That's like level 3.
No, that's a level 4 out of 5.
Well, in through positive psychology, it was like a level 3. But if go level 4, okay, we can do that. But anyways,
I I think from my side, it's probably okay. I have to give some context to this, otherwise it's gonna not gonna make any sense to
yeah,
anybody.
yeah,
Basically, I'm super protective of my little bros. Not that I run around their ass, do everything, but I'm the kind of big brother who shows up at their elementary school, walks over to the bully, and tells him to stay the fuck away. And if he don't, I'll call his parents. I'll get the teachers, and if that doesn't work, I might call them. Then I'll call the police.
oh jeez, all right,
I don't care if I find my little brother with bruises from a motherfucker who walks over and punches him. I'll call that for assault, and I don't care if I have to go to court for it. I'm that kind of protective brother. Other than that, I would probably just show up, and the fact that I would be there would probably be enough to scare them off.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of dudes are like, "Yeah, man, you little stupid kid, I'm gonna kick your ass." And then as soon as somebody their own size shows up, they're scared off. And for you guys as context, I'm a construction worker. I am not a small person when it comes to my to my body mass, to my body index. I'm only like my job is to lift heavy shit, lift both construction equipment as well as like materials and what else my boss needs on a construction on the site. And I've kind of grown pretty wide because of it, shoulder wise. I'm a chubby little motherfucker. I'm like an angry little bean, an angry little giant.
Yeah. Anyways,
Just
oh.
even though I'm only no, 5 foot 11. I'm not that tall, but I'm not that small either.
Hmm. Decent size. Um.
So
Oh, oh yeah. So biggest fear would be.
be that I wouldn't be able to protect those around me.
Aw. That's actually kind of sweet.
Because I can take my beatings because I've throughout first to fourth for the first from like the first year of my elementary school to the fourth year because that's when I left for another school. I was beaten pretty badly by my classmates and I couldn't prove it and the teachers pretty much did nothing about it. I got like one of the teachers to walk around my ass all day long every day because they were afraid I would hurt the other kids,
Oh
which
boy.
I did because every time they would gang up on me, the first thing I would probably do is grab whatever was near me. Either it was a small plastic shovel, or it was a stone, or a stick, or whatever I could get my hands on, and I would promptly beat them in the face with it when they tried to punch me in the face.
Dang.
So I have a record of like a few broken teeth, a few broken nose, some missing like some of them lost a nail or two, and some of them got some wounds here and there, got hit. Like I was fighting pretty bad, but I mostly only did it because I got assaulted by these kids. I didn't
Mhm.
really have much choice. And these weren't only like only my classmates; these were everybody in the school because my classmates they pretty much decided that I was supposed to be the entire school's punching bag. But what they didn't realize was the fact that I, instead of backing away and getting nervous, scared, I just got pissed and started punching back, and that surprised them.
Mm.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like being unable to protect those around me is what I'm afraid of. And when I a few times that I've been up in a fight, mostly when I've been out drinking and some asshole walks over and punches me, is that I'm afraid to hurt these people because I'm not a weak little boy anymore. I'm afraid of that if I punch this guy hard enough, he's gonna end up with like a dislocated shoulder or something. Because after the school, I started going to martial arts. I'm not gonna say which, but I learned a few things while I did it. I also did it for because I needed to learn some discipline and learn how to center myself. I don't have anger issues anymore. I did have my help. I am over it far like I'm far over it, but it kind of returns if I see, say, my little brother get punched in the face by a guy who's 4 times or who's 4 years older than he is.
Mhm.
Like that kind of brings it back, and it's not a thing that I like. I don't like that side of me, but I'm not afraid to let it loose if it's absolutely my last resort.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why that's my biggest fear.
Mm.
As far as I've been able to, as far as I know about my, of course, there's always other small things you can be afraid of, but that is pretty much the biggest fear that I have.
Ah. My biggest fear, which I get very emotional, and it hits me hard, is losing those around me, like losing my friends or my family. I think I
Oh,
yeah.
that hurts.
Yeah, I think it's mostly losing my friends because I'm very scared of losing friends, especially people who are very close to me. So, for example, Tack, my girlfriend, I am I am super. I am like terrified of just losing her due to what either what I say or something else happens. I don't want to lose her because she means a lot to me. And
Yeah,
she
yeah, I get that.
yeah.
I can understand that. So, but should we move on to the next question? Because I'm kind of sitting here getting sad.
Yeah.
Like this
Um
was supposed to be a stream for madness, not a stream for sad.
ah Ay. Okay. What is your favorite family vacation?
Ooh, it would probably be surprise, Japan or China.
Hmm, interesting.
Uh, Either one, because I don't really want to go to Germany because Germany is. I've been there. It was kind of boring.
Mhm.
I went to Berlin specifically. I don't want to go to France because the people I've met from France so far. No assault to any of you guys out there. This is in no way the categorization of every people, everyone in France or Germany, wherever the fuck you live. It's more in the sense of what I have met, heard, and experienced myself.
Mhm.
Most French people kind of seem annoyed at tourists, no matter where you go. And I don't want to go to a country where I don't really feel per se as welcomed.
Oof.
And I don't know why. I've always wanted to go to China just to see how short they are, like in comparison to me, because you often see a lot of Chinese or Japanese people being very short compared to Europeans,
Mhm.
uh, hey, height wise, and also in terms of muscularity build. I really actually see how skinny those Japanese men actually are in comparison.
Hmm.
I
Interesting.
want to confirm the rumors. That and I really want to go to the Ice Festival in China, which is just a giant winter festival they have over there. It's great.
Ooh.
You yourself.
Ooh.
So, if it were Japan, I would probably go to some of those like old castles they still have around. Probably visit a temple, and when I've done that, I would probably just walk around in all the Japanese shops, fuck around with whatever cheap shit I could buy.
Pokemon.
No, fuck off.
Oh, sorry.
I don't like Pokemon as much. Don't hate on me for that. I gotta live with it. Fuck you guys.
um,
You can't trap me. Liberty runs away
my
with his t-shirt that says I don't like Pokemon.
yeah. My favorite family vacation. Um, I mean, I've been on vacation. We don't go on. Me and my family, we don't go on vacation often. So when we do, usually like actually we don't go on vacation anymore because usually we would go on vacation down to Florida where my dad's family lives. Well, my aunt and my grandparents. So since they actually have their own RV, they actually come up here instead. So like we would go to Michigan Adventure and we would just kind of hang around. But my favorite would be like flying down to Florida and spending Christmas with my grandparents and my aunt and uncle.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but I really like spending Christmas there. It was fun, and I had a great
Yeah.
time. I caught a catfish while I was fishing. Went fishing around Christmas. That was fun.
All right. Next question.
Um, what
Next
would you
question.
Okay? What would you change about yourself if you could?
My drive in general to just because I'm just sitting here being a fucking lazy potato.
uh, I
Stuff I would want. I really would like to have this warrior drive, but I really just don't have it.
mm,
Like I feel like if there's not something motivating me to do something, then I'm not gonna do it.
yeah. What I would change about myself is I wish I wasn't so impulsive. I tend to get impulsive sometimes, and I can jump the gun very quickly. I wish I
Mhm.
wasn't so impulsive that it leads me to taking I wouldn't say huge risks. I mean, because huge risks are, but just risks that could possibly have me say something that I shouldn't have, or do something that I would regret in the future. That would be one of them. Though there could be another one like
You would want to be able to control your impulses better.
I would
That's
like to,
basically what
yeah.
you're saying.
I want to control. I want to be able to control myself a bit better. Control my ADD because that's why I'm impulsive.
You have to practice that shit.
Yeah, I really need to practice, but I've been trying to slow down and think because if because I mean I have a bit of a stutter because my mouth runs faster than my brain, so I have to kind of take a
That's how
pause.
idiots work. Their mouths can't keep up with their brains.
Yeah. So I have to try to take it slow and think before I speak. And I'm actually speaking kind of slow because I need to make sure I can um, say what I want to say. Yeah.
Anyway, I think you should repeat the question thing to anybody else who might be. I know for you be annoying, but we have to do it for the chat. So if you would be so kind as to repeat how they ask a question.
Oh, okay. So, in order for you to ask a question, all you have to do is say who you want to ask the question to, and then just ask the question. So if you want to ask a question to, for example, Trooper, you would say for Trooper, or if you wanted to ask me a question for Wolf, but if you want to do both of us, you can say either for both, or you can just ask the question out there, throw it out there. So if if you want to ask a question, make sure you specify who you want the question to be, who you want to ask the question to, and then we'll answer it through the chat. But for now, we are doing like these tiny little get to know you questions because no one has been asking questions. So yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, the stream has now currently been on for 1 hour, and according to YouTube.
yeah. So
Anyways, moving on to the next question.
what really makes you angry? I'm pretty sure we might have you might have
The thing that annoys us the most.
I
But I
yeah.
think that what can also make me angry is when people decides to completely ignore me. I hate when people like, okay, that sounded really entitled. Let me rephrase that. Let's say I'm sitting in front of a friend and I'm telling them about this idea, like I'm helping them out with a project,
Mhm.
this cool project, right? I hate when people decide, no, no, let's drop the whole thing and do this instead when we're already halfway through.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, we don't have the time for that. Why would you do that? That's stupid. Like I that can kind of get me angry and annoyed, stuff like that. But besides that, it's pretty much what I mentioned earlier about the things that annoy me. So I think we kind of already answered that question,
Yeah.
unless we put it in a different context. But I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah, I don't like being ignored either. That's why I tend to raise
No,
my.
anybody likes to be ignored.
Yeah, no one likes to be ignored. I think I don't take it personally, but whenever I don't get a chance to speak, sometimes I get annoyed or I can even get mad at just getting ignored. So that's why I have a loud voice because I feel it makes me when people ignore me, it makes me feel like that no one hears me. So I have to raise my voice so then people hear me, but then I get too loud and yeah. Uh, but um, there's probably like another thing that it gets me mad, and it's probably like something. Actually, there you go. Go back. I'll just go forcing religion on me. We'll just throw that out there and then bring it back. um. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. What? Let's move on to another question. What motivates you to work hard?
Hmm. What makes me work hard?
Yeah.
For one, it's my rent.
Yes. The
No,
rent.
but seriously, on a serious note, I think if it's something like if I'm really interested, it's like if I see something that I really want, you can call me a greedy motherfucker. If I see something that I want, I'm gonna work my ass off till I get it.
Yeah.
Then when I'm done getting it, I'm just gonna be like, eh, whatever. wasn't really worth it, or it was worth it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
just gonna be like, throw it next. It's gonna just gonna be like, go on to the next object.
Yeah. Um, what motivates? I think a potential like future that I would want. I want to be able to live comfortably. As I said, I want to live comfortably in my retirement, but I also want to be able to live comfortably as I'm going through life. You know, make sure I have a job, a stable income, and make sure that I can at least be able to live for Christ's sake, and also be able to treat myself. Um, you know, whenever things start getting bad, I can be able to get things that I would like. You know, something like yeah. Hmm. Oh boy, this one is well, the question is what is your favorite thing about your career? I don't have a career. And I'm not sure about you. I don't Is construction working like your career or is that something else? Cuz I don't have I don't have a career yet. Though I mean my plans for a career is becoming a vet or a YouTuber. That's kind of like the fallback is YouTube's going to be my fallback. But
Mm.
I don't know. You have a career? Is construction working your
Yeah,
career?
and I also have a future career in the military because I have all
Oh,
the school requirements
oh,
needed to join.
oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
if construction doesn't work for me, I can always join the army.
yeah.
Say no to a 19-year-old young dude who has a pretty good physique
Mhm.
and brain cells between his ears.
uh, okay. What is your biggest complaint about your job? Oh, dang.
My biggest complaint is probably that my boss sometimes just rants about what I'm doing wrong, actually doing the exact thing he told me to do. Like, you're doing it wrong, and I'm like, how? You literally just told me to pull a fucking rope. That's it. How the fuck am I doing it wrong? And he takes it out of my hand, and he does the exact thing that I was doing, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Since I'm not employed, I don't have a job. I will say like past experiences, what my biggest complaint about my job. I've had three jobs in the past what mm, I don't know. I think I started I did corn detasseling when I was around 15. My biggest complaint was basically in the morning it was wet. It was more I was about to say a word that I don't really like because it's used out of context sometimes. It's usually wet. I get soaked in the morning. I get like really soaked because all the corn is just wet and then it gets too hot by the middle of the day and actually I had to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning just to catch the bus to go do corn detasseling. It was yeah, it sucked. It's a good thing it was a good thing I got let go of my
Take
job.
I think the only word out of the entire out of context is wet.
Yeah, what? But yeah.
Now I'm being a perverted motherfucker. Let's move on.
Yeah. Um so that was my first job. My second job was I ran my aunt's cotton candy wagon, which we had a bunch of of, I mean, in the name, there's cotton candy, there was popcorn, caramel corn, and all that, all just like simple like dessert or snacks kind of thing. And my biggest complaint was probably that she was a little hard on me, and that you know, just that. Oh, actually, no, that's not it. The biggest complaint was second week. Oh God, I had this. My aunt got on me and this other person's case, which was her side of the family. It was I think it was our niece or something. I can't remember, but my biggest complaint was literally her telling me that I can't sit down. So literally, my feet were destroyed by the end of the week. So yeah, that was great. And we actually had like the squishy insoles, but we got them at the end of the week, and my feet were already destroyed by then. That was my biggest complaint of that one. And then my most recent would have been, which was I was working at a car dealership. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've talked about it. But my biggest complaint about that one was that once the company went under new management, I wasn't able to get into a position other than doing filing and also helping all my coworkers in the office. I never got the position that I wanted, and also it was very tedious after a while because it was the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, that can happen. But my job is outside, so I get to see all these new places every day. The houses are never the same unless we have to go back and repair something.
Hmm. Interesting. Uh, okay.
Either that or it breaks again, so we have to come back and fix it again.
Yeah. Next question. What is your proudest accomplishment? Oh boy, I can already. You know what? I'll go first this time. Ladies first. I'm throwing this out there. Graduating high school.
Okay, that's your biggest accomplishment.
Come on. Okay. I had a lot of things going on in high school.
Laugh at all you high school students, but come on.
Okay. I could have. I was so close to not graduating. That's why this is my biggest accomplishment is actually graduating because I was so close to not graduating.
Your
Because
your your biggest accomplishment is saving your own ass from something you caused.
yeah, basically, finally, I finally passed, but my GPA took a big beating. But I'm at
You know
least
what I hate the most? What I really hated the most about my schools? All the teachers were like, "Yeah, he's gonna have problems passing shit," and then even though all my grades were like at least an A or a B, either minus or plus, it's way between that. So I have never gotten a C or an F in my life.
dang. We use E's
And,
over here.
yeah, but we don't have that here. And no, in Denmark we have the lowest you can get, which is like you did not pass, is 0, 0. Then just pass, barely pass is 0, 2. The grade above that, where you're like, okay, you did okay on this, you can do better, is 0, 4. The one above that is 0, 7, 0, 7, and then 10, and then 12. Those are the characters. I've gotten 10. I've had a few 12s, and I've had 10s and 7s mostly as my basic.
Mm. Inter-
So I think that would be a B plus and an A for you guys in this context.
yeah.
So and like even though my teacher's like, yeah, he's gonna have trouble like getting through his exams, and then when I get to my exam, most of my fucking exam papers says either A or A plus or B plus
Dang.
or something of that kind. The only one that I've gotten a I think the only C that I've ever gotten in my life, I know that's against what I said earlier, but that is like the only C that I've gotten in my life is in written English because English is not my first language and I'm also dyslexic.
Mhm.
So technically, at least, I am not able to sound out words. I really can't do that. It doesn't work for me. So, but I got a 12 in English in terms of speaking, like fluent English. I can do that if you haven't noticed already.
Mhm.
And, got pretty much B and A's on everything else,
I
kind of.
I slowly turned from a A and B student to a C and D student. Throughout.
That 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 doesn't sound that good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, but
but
a lot of mental problems was the cause of most of the well, basically why I could have not passed high school was a lot of mental issues, and then my parents were not, obviously weren't helping in that way because I felt like they weren't even supporting me. So
yeah, it can be like that. But the whole thing is, well, to answer the question that was like what's my biggest accomplishment. I think my biggest accomplishment is that I moved out from my parents' house and I'm actually have my own money, my own job, and my own life going on. Basically, becoming an adult is my biggest achievement so far because I'm still young. I have a lot to do.
yeah, okay,
So
Yay.
Also, I'll be back in just a minute. I have something to fix real quick. You can answer the next question yourself.
The next question. Yeah, answer the next question. Next question. What is your child's proudest accomplishment? I don't have a child. I don't have a child. I think, well, the closest thing to a child is my cat. But why would I talk about my cat's accomplishment? The fact that she was actually adopted. Damn, that's gonna be a weird. That's gonna be a quite the discussion. I'll be like, hey, Selena, I don't know if you remember this, but you're adopted. I don't know who your birth parents are. So yeah, that's gonna be something. Um. Oh, what is your favorite book to read? Oh, damn. So that's, by the way, that's the next question. I don't know. I don't read that often. I actually don't read a lot of books anymore. I I read a lot of fan fictions, and I also write my own fan fictions, but I don't read. I don't read books, but I think for the sake of, trying to get like a book, um I think the book that I actually kind of enjoyed reading was this book called, what was it? Wolves, Boys, and anything that can kill me or something. I can't remember. I'll look this up real quick. I can't remember what the book was called. It was actually a really good book too. It was about this girl who I can't remember where she lived, but there was a guy who went to her school who their mother was a researcher or a scientist, and they were researching the wolves in this town. Where's my comma? Wolves. Uh, uh, I'm trying to.
I'm back. So, what was the question?
What is your favorite? What is your favorite book? What was your favorite book to read?
Ah, that's really hard to say because I've read a lot of books.
Uh,
Uh,
huh.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think um, I don't know. I have too many book series. I have like 4 shelves with books on them.
Hmm.
I don't really know.
Yeah. I,
If we're looking, if I'm going to answer this question in some way, it's mostly fantasy and sci-fi that I read.
mm,
I don't like those crimies and murder stories. It's kind of boring because it's always the same thing.
yeah. I don't read, but the book that I remember.
Just like the ball. Just like I don't read.
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
a bunch of
Next question. But I'm actually like another question would have popped up, which I'm explaining what the most recent book that I had read, which is a book called Wolves, Boys, and Everything That Can Kill Me. My teacher had suggested it, and I had it for the entire year, but I forgot to read it, and let's just say that I accidentally ruined it because an applesauce container exploded in my backpack during the year, so oops. So there's a bit of applesauce on it, but it's fine, it's dry, it's still usable. But I gave it back at the end of the year because I forgot to give it back sometime in the week that before I had graduated. Like I was going up to graduating, which I had to do exams and stuff. I finally gave it to the office and said that can you return this to the teacher that I had it from because it was hers and I didn't want to take it home. So um, and well yeah, but I don't read. The only thing I would read is fan fictions and read my own fan fictions, but otherwise I don't read.
That's a story I want to know. What have you made?
Oh god.
That's a question I want to know the answer to.
what
Now
kind of
that's
what kind of
stuff.
what kind of fan fictions I write?
Are they the juicy ones that we have to put age restrictions on, or are they
No.
funny?
No, I don't go that far. I've actually thought about seeing if I can write Schmut, but I haven't been able to do
I
so.
would make an 18 fanfic comic if I could get away with it, but I can't.
I would be in it, yeah. But most of the I've actually started writing like actual fan fictions back in uh, sophomore year, I believe. I had joined a site called Wattpad. I'm pretty sure many people know about Wattpad. But I used to write a lot of fan fictions about people who who like YouTubers that I've looked up to. So there's like an unfinished story that has like four at least 40 chapters or something and I couldn't finish it because the story dragged on and on. There's another fan fiction that um I actually finished, but and done a I had hyped up this like a sequel, but then it's like I only got through one chapter. But but the most recent fan fictions I write is probably like Jacksepticeye ones. I'm too much of a fan, but I also write Markiplier ones too. Um,
As long as you don't make them gay, then I'm fine with
oh
it.
no! Oh no! 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 This is all straight. Actually, actually
Hey,
no. Actually, that's a no. I was.
later.
I don't make Jack and Mark gay, but in one story, I actually had, which it's called dark. I think it was Dark and Light. I think that's what I had called it, and it was my hand at try writing about a bisexual character who fell in love with Mark, but also fell in love with Amy. So yeah, I have.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be weird. That's you should go away from that.
Uh,
Although now that you might have inspired someone just now to make their own version of that story.
Whoops. Well, oh well. It
So,
the idea was on my own, so you can't steal it.
yes, they can, because that concept is not copyrighted.
I copyright it right now.
You you can copyright the comic, but you can't copyright a concept
Hmm.
of writing. That's impossible.
Okay, fine. You can use the ideas, just don't try to copy from me because mine's original. But I actually finished like a proper.
Late to you, goddammit. Never mind. Moving on to the next.
Hmm. I was gonna say I actually did finish like a fan fiction that I actually am proud of, and it's my Jacksepticeye fan fiction, which is actually no a Jacksepticeye X reader. It's actually pretty good to be honest, but though again it's Jacksepticeye and okay
Sound like something I would read, but yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, what's the next question?
What makes you laugh the most?
The dumb shit.
Same, same. Actually, I think the
Like
one.
either that or like places where like cartoon characters get fucking beaten or dies for just stupid reasons, like Happy Tree Friends. If you are not an adult, do not watch that. That is not for kids. I repeat, you have to be 18 or above to watch that shit because that shit is holy Christ, that's dark humor, and I love it.
Mm, yeah,
I have warned you.
stupid shit's the one thing that makes me laugh. But then, but
South
also
Park is always really good. South Park is always really good on that one. I
yeah
don't know why. It
yeah
makes me laugh.
also people wait, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say this weird thing that I've actually had reactions to people yelling whenever I'm in like a play. In the past, I've had like experiences where I would stand outside. Like for example, my grandparents were ended up arguing outside, so I went into the RV because something there's a whole story about that one, but I probably won't explain that one. But um, by the time I went into the RV and I can still hear them yelling outside, I don't know why, but my first reaction was laughing, and I found it so funny. So, yeah, so I have a weird reaction when it comes to yelling, because I'm mostly scared of people yelling, especially yelling at me. I get a lot of anxiety from it, but whenever I'm in a place where you can hear yelling, I can hear yelling in like another room. I start laughing because it's fun. It's funny to hear people just go and bicker to each other. Yeah, it's kind
Hmm.
it's kind of funny. Um. Anyways, next question, or
Hmm.
just
Yeah.
Okay.
Next question.
What was the last movie you went to, and what did you think?
Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and I thought it was a piece of shit.
Mm. Let's see. What was the last
Of
movie?
course, it had its moments where I thought, "Come on, you can do it right, Disney. You can do it right. You have the ingredients, the scene is there, the lights are right, but the writing sucks." It's like it has a moment. It had one moment where I was like, "Yes, yes, fuck, no, you ruined it, assholes."
um.
That really got to me. I got really pissed because of that.
mm, I'm trying to think what last movie. I think the last movie I remember seeing. Oh, actually, there you go. The last movie I had seen in the theaters was Men in Black International. Um, I'm pretty sure soon enough I'll be going to go see Far From Home. But I thought Men in Black International was really good, and it was kind of it was kind of interesting to watch Chris Hemsworth act like a cocky son of a bitch. he was, it's like, yeah, I saved the world, and one guy gets killed um because there's something going on in the Men in Black thing. That, but I ain't gonna spoil it because I know most people haven't seen it. But it was just so funny to watch Chris Hemsworth play a cocky character, and then what was, I can't remember the girl's name, but I know she was in Ragnarok. Um, watching her play the play a girl who's been looking for the Men in Black thing for basically all their life. And well, there you go. I won't say more before I because I might actually spoil it. Okay, but I thought Men in Black International was really good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't as goofy as the original. It's more organized and more a little bit more professional, but it still had that sort of goofy kind of um uh, twang to it. And that's what my grandpa and my dad had said. So, um, what did you want to be when you were small? I think they mean like when you were
Can we
younger.
jump over this one? I can we jump over this one because that question is anybody.
Mm. I was gonna say I wanted to be a pet store owner.
No, that's pretty easy considering you wanted to be a vet.
Well, actually, I chose vet after I knew that being a pet store owner was kind of like going into business and stuff. But but that's just the short of it. But I'm not even that
Uh,
far into my life.
let's move on.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. Okay. Okay. The next question is about a child, which we don't have. Okay. If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be?
I
Jerk
don't.
off? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I do that already. I don't need an extra day.
Oh dear. Okay.
But no, what would I if I were able to do it entire and I could do whatever the fuck I wanted.
Mm.
I have no idea because I have a million puppies and about 80% of them are something that's not meant for kids.
I would love to hang out with my girlfriend for a day. I
You can already do that, god damn it.
No, I actually can't because she lives in a whole nother state than me. But I mean, like,
That's
physically be able to spend a whole entire day with her. And I've done that in the past, but I would love to just, spend actually, you know what? I'll be more specific. I want to be able to spend time with her and just her, just me and her just for one day.
you want me to go get you a do not disturb sign?
What do you think we're going to do? We're not getting a hotel room.
I don't know. It might be your neighbors don't come knocking.
It's not like we'll make that much noise. I But I am asexual. I ain't thinking about that.
Okay. The joke has been made. Move on.
Joke has been made. Okay. Um, let's
You
see.
ruined the joke because now I had to explain it.
Ah, well,
You,
it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
uh,
Oh,
moving on.
uh, ooh.
I
Um,
would definitely need that do not disturb sign if it were me, but fuck it.
someone had made one of my friends at school had made the comment because I said that I told him that I had a girlfriend and he's like I should just buy you a strap on. I was like no. No. I'm like no. If you give me one, I'm strapping it to your head.
That would just encourage him to join. Don't do that.
Yeah. I'm anyways, moving on from that one.
that's
I
that's one.
I I
Do not edit this part out. I fucking did. Do not edit anything out. You're gonna leave this whole stream on just for the
th-
madness.
yeah, this ain't going to be edited. This is going to go right straight to YouTube.
This can
Um
be.
yes. What is your favorite game or sport to watch and play?
My favorite game so far in my current time is Stellaris, and close secondly is Dawn of War.
Hmm.
And in terms of sports, martial arts, and I like to do martial arts.
Yeah. Oh,
That and fitness, because I don't really like football and other ball like other ball games. Because I'm like, why do I want to waste my a stupid object? I can do that at home with my little brother because he walks around with all my shit all the time.
yeah.
I don't need a football field for that.
Mhm. Uh I don't actually watch sports. That's not one thing that I mean, sure, I watch a little bit of the Super Bowl when it goes on, but I don't watch sports that often. But if we're going to go with games, I like I like watching all kinds of different games that YouTubers end up playing, but my favorite game it always comes back to Minecraft because I think it's just because my YouTube channel started with like um, Minecraft, and ever since I got it, it just never lost its charm, to be honest.
Like children growing up with Fortnite, but real adults grew up with Minecraft. Because I did that. I grew up with Minecraft.
Yeah, I grew up with Minecraft as well. Well, mostly I grew up with Minecraft
We're,
because
we're, we're at the big kids table now.
yeah, I'll be telling my grandkids about it. I'll be like, you know what game was actually popular when I was growing up?
Back in my day,
Back
my
back in my day.
back in my day, good games were squares.
Um, though if Minecraft wasn't counted as like like a like
With demons,
if it
but
wasn't
then
if it wasn't Minecraft that would be my favorite game, probably Red Dead Redemption 2. Kind of
good choice.
yeah. I mean, I liked it. I had ended up killing this the legendary wolf and yes, I'm a wolf killer everyone. The secret's out. I've been exposed, but um
Dun dun dun. The conspiracy confirmed.
I think the physics in the game is funny. You know, when you I actually ran into a tree at one point.
Physics, wacky physics.
Wacky physics, yeah. I love games with wacky physics, especially really funny like serious games with wacky physics. That's a game for me.
Yeah. What else? Next question.
Uh oh, would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car?
Drive a car.
I would say the same, but I don't know. Riding a bike first of all, I would ride a bike. It's not.
Horse is way too much maintenance compared to a car.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Horses. I mean, it would
Well,
be
yeah,
cool to ride a horse though.
move on. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about fucking what I would choose over the I
To-
chose already. Let's move on.
okay. I, I would love to ride a horse, but I would drive a car in this situation. Anyways, would you? What would you sing at karaoke night? Oh boy. Do you even do karaoke?
Yeah, I did it once.
Oh dear.
God. God.
Uh,
Nope, nope, I'm not telling. Fuck that. I'm not answering that one. Nope.
okay. I think a song that I would sing at karaoke is "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran. Just because I can't help but have it think I can think about me and my girlfriend. Yes, I talk about my girlfriend way too much. Okay, I think
Shut up and answer the question.
yes, I answered the damn question. I would sing "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran.
Then move on. We don't need your backstory. We get it. You love it. No, you tell us this every goddamn time.
Okay, fine. Okay. What two radio stations do you listen to in the car the most?
The Danish national radio, which is first one is just DR1, and then we have a few others. I don't quite remember. We have a few music channels. I don't really listen to radio much.
Um, oof. I think with mine it would be a bit more eh per I don't know. But
Just say it.
okay, so I listened the two radio stations that I would hear the most in both my car and my mom's car would be a station called 103.3. That's for like modern, like today's kind of music. But then there's 106.5. I and that's a station where they has all modern and also like old school, so you could hear like Journey or I'm trying to think. You would
I
hear
think the ones that I hear the most are the metal ones that we have. We only have one proper like metal rock channel in Denmark, but it's pretty awesome to listen to.
yeah. This is
Anyways, moving on.
all right. Yeah.
Sound like such an asshole, but I feel like if I would be watching this from a like just a subscriber's uh, position, sorry, seat. If I were to watch this, I know how annoying it can get if the YouTubers who said, "Oh yeah, we're going to answer all these questions," and they like only answer 3 out of 10 because they were doing a long backstory on the first three.
Yeah. Hey, we're doing. I mean, we're doing progress. I mean, we got through like a few, quite a decent amount. We're on 22 now.
Jesus, it felt like 30.
Sorry. Sorry.
Anyways, moving on.
Would
Plus
you?
one
This is a.
time in Denmark.
Yeah. What the hell? Okay. This is a weird question. Would you rather do? What would you rather? Which would you rather do? Wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, or vacuum the house? What the fuck?
Answer that one. Move on next.
That's a weird one. If you could hire someone to help you, would it be with cleaning, cooking, or yard work? Cleaning?
Cooking.
Moving on. um, if you
All these day-to-day questions, drop those. Move on to the proper personal questions or the ones that actually has meaning in this because the others are just fillers.
okay. If
I'm
you
getting a bit impatient and I'm sounding like a total douche, but I'm actually doing this for you guys' sake because I know how
okay.
annoying it can get to take forever for a single question.
Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna go. Real like good, really good questions.
So
Questions.
while you search for that, I'm going to ask a question to the guys down below in the comments as well as you guys who's watching.
Mhm.
Tell me, Trooper specifically, or well, I don't really answer this question if you can. If you were ever in your life at any moment, if you were able to see everything at once, like you became enlightened, what would you do with it?
Hmm.
Like, what would you do with this knowledge, this understanding of the universe? What would you do with it?
Help people.
Yeah, you would, I know, but what would you use it for? Because I know a few guys who really used it for the wrong purpose
Mm.
of just being perverted assholes,
I don't know.
myself included.
I don't know. I mean, other than help people, I don't know. Okay.
I mean, you could use that for a lot, especially knowing how to happen to your favor. Wouldn't be too hard if you knew all the outcome.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. I think I got a really good question. Maybe. I don't know. What's on your bucket list? We'll do like top three things on your bucket list.
Master martial arts, become proper functioning adult, I don't.
Oh dear. I think you cut out, by the way. Um yeah,
Because I can fly.
you cut out like really really bad.
Okay, let's try this again. First one, I want. Second one, I wish I could fly throughout the sky, get my pilot's license. Thirdly, I want, and I'm on my way to that.
Uh First one I didn't hear, third one I didn't hear. This Discord is really getting on my nerves.
Fuck it, we'll go past it.
Yeah.
Next question.
Wait, I didn't answer mine. Oh god. I don't even remember what was on my bucket list.
Move
Oh,
on.
actually,
It's gonna take forever.
oh, wait. I want to be able to go to all 50 states in the United States. I want to be able to,
Jesus.
yeah, I want to go to all 50 states. I want to
Fuck
go,
around.
fuck around. I wouldn't want to go out of the country. Okay, like go to, maybe study abroad or something, and become a vet. I know there was probably something else that I'm like, oh, whoops.
Yeah. What else?
Let's see.
You sound like a librarian. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, what's something you could teach me about? So that so specifically, if you wanted to, if I gave you a chance to teach me something about anything at all, what would it be?
Confidence.
Oh, it's simple, simple.
I have that. I will probably teach you martial arts, to be honest, because they give a lot of confidence both in what you can do and what you are capable of doing within your comfort zone.
Hmm. I
It
know
also it also shows you that you have a lot more discipline to actually anticipate.
hmm. I know a little bit of martial arts, but I never went to enough lessons to really say that I learned martial arts.
Well,
Also,
what about you? Also, I'm just studying martial arts.
no,
I haven't learned everything about martial arts.
I don't know. What is something you don't know? I
What could be what? Just say something. What would you teach me if you got the chance?
uh oh no, this is something really relevant, but teach you about I don't know Michigan history or something. Something about like maybe teach you about how to be a Michigander or something. I don't know. Something stupid.
Basically, basically how to be the guy on the weed.
Just how to like what?
And now let the angry comments rain.
Yes. I, I would probably just teach you like what it's like to be a Michigander, like what like I would teach you like accents and also about the Michigan S, for example. I don't think told I told someone.
You would teach me of your culture,
Yeah, I would teach
basically.
teach teach you about Michigan culture just specifically for Michigan.
Yeah. Okay, next question.
Um oh, I was bringing up my bucket list for some because I'm gonna say this quickly. My school still hasn't closed down my email. Anyways, oh, well,
Next question.
I'm looking. Shush. I'm trying to find the juicy ones.
Read faster.
Um, oh, do you drink coffee or tea? We could be.
No, not important.
Oh, I drink coffee. Nah.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh boy. Oh, here's the stereotypical question. If you were stranded on a desert island and you can only have one item, what would it be?
Move on.
Jeez, the internet has some bad questions. I will admit. These are.
I asking the internet for questions. I thought you.
I don't know.
God damn it! You
Spirit.
said at this, that you had a list for shit you wanted to ask.
No, I was using the internet.
You goddamn liar.
I didn't lie. I said I was getting these from the
I,
internet.
Lies and all lies.
I said I had a list. I didn't specify where I'm getting this list.
Everybody in chat or everybody in the comments below, if you agree with me, put an F and then hashtag liar in the bottom of your comment.
Mm, thank you.
Just gonna
Okay.
see what that does. See what they do.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Oh jeez. Well, getting into the questions of what is a good question you can ask a girl? Well, only half of us is a, only like half of us is a girl. That makes no sense. That makes uh uh okay, hold on. Quicking cuz I don't know how to English.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be the professional.
Who said bold of you to assume I was professional?
I did, because you said you'd done this before.
I
I
haven't.
thought you have some fucking idea when you said we agreed like 3 days ago it would be a Q&A thing.
Yeah.
You had 3 whole days to fucking come up with a stupid list,
Well,
and you failed miserably at it.
well, I'm sorry. I was out and about, stuck in a town, because I didn't have money for a bus with my
No,
grandmother.
then why didn't you just DM me so that I could make a list?
I don't know. I thought you would be smart enough to do that. Oof. Ouch. Uh, well, ooh. Actually, here's an interesting. Um, I mean, okay, fun questions. I got one. What will finally break the internet? What do you think? What will finally break the internet?
I'm just gonna say something real quick. I'm gonna give an example. I'm gonna give you something that you might not understand, probably because I'm a mad dumbass.
Okay.
So, how can you destroy an entity, the internet in this specific scenario,
Mhm.
and how can you destroy an entity that is simultaneously both building and eating itself? Because at one end you have people who keeps creating a bunch of weird shit, looking at you, Wolf,
Okay.
and putting it up there and being part of the platform and the internet. Then
Yep.
you have motherfucking grandmas who's like, you should get off your computer and be outside. People who try to break down the internet because they see it as the worst thing in the world, but they cannot destroy the internet fast enough for the internet to continue growing because the support for the internet is still growing with the population.
Yes.
So to destroy the internet, you would actually need to decrease the support for the internet, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. So I actually am going to say it is impossible in its current state to destroy the internet unless some asshole decided to hack into every single internet provider and server on the planet and make it go fuck itself.
Mm. I say memes.
Yeah, that's probably it too.
Yeah, there's so many memes. Oh boy. What is the dumbest way you've been injured?
I hit my face on a door.
Oh boy. Oh dear.
That's it. Like, there's no context to it. It's just that's it.
Yeah. They're
And I
just,
just hit my face on a door.
oh boy. I, I mean, the most recent thing I would say is, just hitting my thumb on a pair of scissors while I was trying to cut, freaking duct tape. Uh, I don't know. There's probably something dumber I had gotten hurt on, and I just don't remember. And I'm just like, oh damn. But I think by the time the stream ends, I'm just gonna be like, oh shoot, I forgot to talk about that. Why did that slip my mind? Um, yeah. What is your biggest screw up in the kitchen? What kind of question is that?
Hmm. I don't know. Next.
Um, what is the craziest thing one of your teachers has done?
walking up to my face, telling me that I'm a worthless piece of shit.
Whoa, that's hmm, dang. I don't know. What was some? I mean, back in elementary school, my fifth grade teacher had told the entire class that he was an alien. I mean, that's great. Um, but I don't know. There's probably something
I don't know what, another crazy thing that my teacher walk over to like this little chubby kid we had in because he was sleeping. She didn't know that he was on pills because he apparently he had had an injury a few weeks prior. He was still on pain meds, and they made him insanely sleepy.
Mhm.
And he had to take him in the morning. She didn't understand why he was always sleeping in the classes because, or in any of the first classes of the day, and that annoyed her apparently. So she walked over and like he had his head against the desk. He kind of raised his head, like just slightly from the desk because he could hear someone was walking towards him. Then she took her hand, placed it above his head, and smashed his forehead into the table and yelled at him, "Wake the fuck up!" That's probably the most insane part I've seen my teacher do, and what I did in return equally, if not more, crazy. I basically walked over with a bunch of crayons in my hand and threw it in her face and told her to back off. Meanwhile, four of our other classmates ran out to get more. She got fired
Ooh, oof,
because of child violence,
ooh.
like because of abuse. I think like she got. I know, it may not sound like much, but she didn't just smack his head slightly. She like took her hand firmly, like it was a football, and smashed his head into his table. And these are not like paper thin tables. These are like pretty solid big tables because we're like 20 people around one table.
Oof.
Like these are the solid ones, the ones that like just as big as the school doors.
Oh, dang.
It sounded like this when his head hit. But here I have a table I can do it on. That's what it sounded like.
Dang.
So
Oof.
pretty much.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I have something.
Okay. Battery, oh battery, what have you got for me? Hmm. This is an interesting question. I don't know. How fun would this be? Haha. Mm,
Sorry, my grandpa just had something to say.
oh, okay.
So, for all you viewers out there, I live with my grandparents currently. So,
Whoop.
so that's why I got disturbed some of the times because they're trying to say something, and even though they talk Danish, I don't want anybody to hear how they sound like.
Mm, um, here's an interesting question. What weird food combinations do you really enjoy?
Next,
No, okay.
what worthless question?
I mean, I got something kind of weird. Peanut butter and pickles.
Ah, oh, go away, die in a ditch.
It's really good.
I'm gonna get Auntie to drop you off in a ditch.
Okay, cool. Um,
Auntie, go get the fucking knives. Yeah, we're going on an adventure to America.
yeah.
Big one. Yeah, that one. Fucking damn it. If you're wondering who I'm talking to, it's a joke within our from the Discord.
Yes. Yes.
It's an inside joke, but trust me, if you join the Discord, you would understand. Anyways, next question.
Okay, what animal would be cutest if scaled down to the size of a cat?
Hmm, birds in
Bird.
general.
Mm, mm. I think
Uh, or maybe a female lion, just because they are cats.
lioness.
Hmm.
Meow. Uh, I will skip it because I'm pretty sure people already know what I'm gonna say. So,
Yeah. Move. Next. I don't know. I know it sounds like I'm
Yeah, it's
getting into a proper question right now. We're just kind of dragging you out at this point. It kind of feels like that.
ooh.
So again, I'm just gonna say something to you guys. Who's again, like I said earlier, if you wanted proper questions that were interesting, then maybe you should have watched your notifications.
Yes. Uh
Also, down below, where's my notification squad?
okay. If you can't be convicted for any one type of crime, what criminal charge would you like to be immune to?
Murder.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Murder, or keeping an illegal pet, which would
No,
be
I wouldn't. And the reason I'm gonna give some context to that, because I have a single adult human in my life that I have one of, and no, I don't like that individual, and no, he's not part of my family. It's because he was just an absolute horrific asshole, and I've hated him since I was 5 years old. That's all I'm gonna say.
mm,
Next.
oh crap, where my eyes have drifted over. What is the best or worst practical joke that you've played on someone or was played on you?
I've had a lot played against me because jokes. So moving on.
Uh, the one joke that I had played on a like an entire server was I used my friend's account and I made it seem like that she came back because she was on Discord. She was off Discord for a while. It was the worst thing. I actually made someone cry and I felt bad. I felt bad.
Okay. You know what? I actually have an idea for the stream. I have another approach.
Okay.
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 Why don't we just like do like an r slash kind of stuff? Why don't we try to do that? Because we have a fee
Ooh,
to be
that's
able to do the full spectrum.
so an R.
Because we're kind of like we've already kind of answered all the questions. Like the questions. I don't know.
So go on Reddit.
Maybe I don't know. This is just a like I want to spice the stream up. I know this was a Q and A kind of just hanging out thing, but it's getting to a stalemate at this point.
Yeah, it's very stale like bread.
So, and for you guys watching this, it's not because I'm trying to tell Wolfie how to do a content. No, no, it's just that I know how it can feel, how boring it is to sometimes watch a YouTuber do the exact same thing, even though they know they're not getting anywhere for 20 minutes.
Mm. Is it,
I've watched a lot of YouTube, okay? I know my shit. Also, if you want to hang out with either me or you, it's pretty easy. And once this video is loaded up, it's been up like maybe a day, I'll come up and look at the comments and I'll read you guys' comments. And I'll probably, the funniest ones, I'm probably going to share with Wolfie and we'll probably answer them in another stream or she'll answer them herself in a video. Or is that fair to
yeah.
you? What do
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Uh.
If you have a specific question to me, I will answer. Just put my name before the question.
Yeah.
So that's easy.
Do you got a Reddit that we can go through? Because I'm already on like a Reddit page now.
Entitled parents
In
or stupid idiots or something of that category or dumb kids.
I okay, I landed on R cringe, but I think cringe is not. So
R r slash entitled parents. That seems to be a hit lately. Or r slash Minecraft stories or something. Game stories.
in entitled parents.
Yeah, that seems to be a thing as of lately.
Oh well, shoot. Hold on. Entitled parents. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So what's about this Reddit that oh dear. This is all stories that I have to read.
Yeah, no, just one. Just pick one.
Okay, so we'll try this one. Don't do not volunteer me to babysit. Oh boy. So I don't know how interesting this is gonna get. Hopefully this isn't too long. It just happened yesterday, and I want to vent. In this story, my mom and my aunts are the entitled parents. So my mom is notorious for forgetting to tell me about family events until the last minute, especially if they are during the weekend. I am a bartender, so obviously weekends are prime work hours for me. It's also kind of hard to find someone to cover a weekend shift last minute. Well, basically yesterday, Friday, she told me about a cousin's wedding that was the next day, Saturday, and asked me to come. This cousin is someone I don't see or talk to often because she lives 2 hours away. I told her I could see if someone will cover my Saturday night shift, but that I would probably wouldn't be able to go. My mom immediately gets pissed with me, saying, "Well, I already told everyone you would be coming." I told her that's on her since she didn't give me nearly enough time to get coverage for my shift. Plus, I honestly don't want to go anyways. I don't want to go out of town to see a bunch of family I barely know while missing out on a busy shift. Sounds like me when it's family reunion time. She bugged me all day Friday about whether I could go or not, and I finally told her no. Mom, seriously, everyone else is going and I already told everyone you would be there. Me, yes, seriously. I work every weekend and you know this, and you didn't tell me about it until the day before. Mom, Jesus, I already told Elle and Jay, my two aunts, that you would watch the kids at the reception. What are we supposed to do now? Like, seriously? She volunteered me to babysit all the kids at the reception so her and the rest of my family can go get drunk. Also, I'm 22. If I'm going to a wedding, I'm getting drunk. Lol. Now she's mad at me and my answer too. Then I got a text from my sister who is also mad because now she has to watch the kids. Family is annoying sometimes. Oh dear.
I know that feeling.
Oh god. I hate that. There's one thing about my mom is that she tells me something about like she tells me something before she like leaves, and then she comes back to me and she said, "I told you to do this and you said nothing about it." And she goes, yes, I did." I hate that. um Wait, what? Come on, there has to be something funny. There has to be something funny.
We're trying to create content, guys. Every year, it's really hard.
uh okay, you know what, I'm gonna see dumb shit not funny. What the hell, what subreddit is this? Dear god. Here's some dumb shit. No, wait, hold on. Okay. Is there. Okay, so these are mostly view kind of things. Wait, what?
Wait. I have like a little note right here. Maybe people should ask themselves why is it that Americans are feeling uncomfortable with police presence? What are they doing? I've never heard of firefighters or EMTs being denied service.
Hmm.
I didn't read the last part. I thought it was like end of that. I couldn't see the last part. That sounded weird. Now it just sounds stupid.
Hmm. Ooh, wait. I got one.
Tight.
I wonder if Reddit will have. Aha! Funny stories. This will get content, right? Unless you want me to go and to continue with entitled parents.
No, I actually don't know. Should we start like ending the stream here? 2 hours have technically passed.
I mean, unless you want to do something else.
Do we? I mean, there's actually to you guys watching who's going to watch this video and be like, "What? A stream happened?"
Yeah.
There is nobody watching. We've been sitting here for like 2 hours, and it's only been like one person, two people maybe,
Yeah.
and the else has just fucked on off to somewhere else. But I've been happy to be here, and it's been great just answering stupid questions and coming
Yeah.
up with stories and sad stories. And
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. And if you guys want to see more of me, hit me up in the comments and to invite me to the next one.
yeah. And maybe we could do a video together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although although I wouldn't be able to play with you unless like we play World of Warships, but I don't think that's your thing.
Mm. Mm.
Uh, I may be able to get Minecraft to work on this computer, but we'll see about that next time. Your
Yeah.
outro.
Oh, I was gonna read a funny story that I had found. Okay. I guess I can end it here.
You're gonna leave them at a cliffhanger.
No, it's a short story, so it's not gonna be that long. I don't know how funny this was. Um, when my roommate and I moved in to our new place, that there was a spider on the top part of our door who wouldn't move for anything. Open or close the door? Nope. Slam the door? Nuh-uh. Shake it? Nah. I swear the spider was committed. Anyway, after about the third week of it not moving from its spot, I decided to name him Victor, and I said, "Sup, Vic?" or "Have a good one, Victor," to him every time I enter or left my apartment. A month rolls by, and we invite our friend to come see the place and chill for the weekend. When she arrived, I heard her knock and also a much harder knock on the last one. I opened the door and greeted her, to which she said, "Sup, there was a spider on your door, so I crushed it." I dropped to my knees and yelled, "Victor, no!" My roommate was devastated too. Victor, no! Poor Victor! Anyways, okay, I will end it now on that last story. So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I want to thank everyone who has been in the stream, and I want to thank Trooper for joining me in this stream, even though most of it was basically me and him answering questions that probably weren't even entertaining enough. So, I apologize for the boringness of this stream. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and if you did, slap that like button with your paws or your tail, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you look in the description, there are my links to my Discord, and if you want to support me, they're down there. My social media is down there. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.